I just want to say I'm really interested in project management, and I'm a certificated associate in project management, and I'm studying for my PMP certification.
Oh,
So,
good.
but I don't want to say that you need to be PMP certified to be like to be a successful candidate.
But it
But
helps.
but project management is really a mindset, like how to have a objective, how to have a deadline, how to break down the deliverable into activities and translate that into an actionable plan. And how do you adjust your plan according to the reality?
And prevent scope creep and
Yes,
all of that.
and manage
So
all the risks.
yes, and I don't have a
stakeholders
PMP. That's next on my bucket list after I get my CPTD. And another great tool is Six Sigma, right?
Yes.
So the basics of Six Sigma and design thinking, right, are very, very important in instructional design. So if you, again, thinking about who's using your product, right, which is the learning, and how you're delivering that learning. So there's the design thinking, and then Six Sigma, similar to the project management, helps you think of it from a systems perspective, so that you're really thinking of what's the value that this is going to bring. I apologize that my grandkids are here, and I think you hear the sirens. It's TV.
Oh, they're not coming to
We're
your
not
house?
being raided. They're not
Hey,
coming to my
Rosa,
house.
can you
No,
go
it's on the
back
TV.
over some of those certifications you
Sure.
were talking
So
about? I think you went through them real fast.
the CPTD, which is from ATD, and it's the Certified Professional in Talent Development. So ATD has changed the name of that several times, the flavors even, if you will. But at the end of the day, what it says is, I'm a trainer and I know my stuff. And so think of it equivalent to the PMP certification for a project manager. The CPTD is a certification for a learning and development professional.
Is
Barry,
that
we got
certification something that happens through the ATD, Barry?
that one is through ATD, but there's different certifications. ISPI has one that is on the human performance. I believe it's an HPT something. So human performance technologist. Different organizations have different certifications that cover different parts, right? So I'm seeking to get the CPTD now. I'm working on that one now. I see value in the direction my career is taking to look at what the International Society of Performance Improvement, which is ISPI, into their certification, which is, the human performance technologist, that if I'm not mistaken, right? But again, also because of what we do internally at CareerSource, I also see the value in potentially continuing the Six Sigma track. I already have a yellow belt, so continuing, green belt, possibly black belt, or going the project management route because of what we do, right? So I say that to say there's a billion alphabets that you can add to, after your name, right? You really have to look at, what do I want to gain from this particular certification? And does it align with what I'm doing, right? And so right now for me, that is CPTD, so Certified Practitioner in Talent Development, right? Because that's what I'm doing right now. I am working in talent development, right?
Does your company recognize that, or as
they're
a?
paying for it. They're paying
They
for
are,
it.
okay. Because I know that,
I
I never
control the
faced
purse
it.
strings, so I can influence
Oh,
that,
there you
but
go.
I'm probably not going to get a raise or anything for it. But because, again, we have a requirement of continued education, right? And my continued education is going to be different than our frontline staff, but I
Right.
still have to meet the requirements, right? In order for the state to not say, hey, pow, pow, right? So I look for ways to do that. So last year was when I started the CPTD journey. And by this year, then, in our program years go from July to June. So I started it last year. I'll be done by June this year, and then next year move on to something else. The year before that, I did the yellow belt, right? And so we look for different ways for all of our staff to develop professionally within their roles. Not to say that a frontline career consultant wouldn't be considered for like yellow belt or something else if it's going to enhance what they currently do, because they also work on different projects and things like that. So we may say to them, hey, we think yellow belt might be a good thing for you, right?
Do you think that somebody coming into the field new could go after CPTD and do that rather than getting a degree?
So most, again, what
Or
I had
not?
said was you have to look at the credential itself. Does it align with what you are doing or want to do? And what are the requirements? So ATD has a APTD and a CPTD. The APTD is the Associate Professional Talent Development, right? And that would be for entry level or anyone in talent development. I think it's less than 5 years, because I've been, I'm a dinosaur at this point within, L&D. I fall into the CPTD category. But
Because there's like work
ISPI
requirements, right?
also not anymore, actually.
Oh, they got rid of
It
that.
used to be. They got rid of that. I don't know why. I was looking forward to the work requirement, to showing your work,
Yeah.
you're showcasing what you know. But I will say that the test is pretty comprehensive, from what I've been seeing within the study group that I'm in. It's they ask a lot. So you really are showing your work, but you're just showing your work via the test.
So
And that is for the APTD, Rosa, or for the CPTD?
For both.